Top of the morning to you on this
morning.
Thursday. Yes, we're excited, aren't we, Mona?
We are excited. It's only a week, Clyde, from Thanksgiving, and I'm so excited about that, and that's why I just talked over your intro. So, Clyde, go ahead. Take it over.
As I was going to say, good morning. Thank you for joining us. Good morning, Mona.
Well, I'm glad we got it all in. Yes, you know what? We've got 1 week from Thanksgiving.
I know.
And, you know, I get so excited about Thanksgiving just because I love being with my family. But, of course, it's going to be a little different this year. But I wonder how different it is really going to be for some families. You know, I took the time and I looked up because everybody has turkey. But I wanted to know what were the top other meats, you know, other than turkey. And this is according to Statista, I think they're called, statistics. And they said, of course, roast turkey, smoked turkey, deep fried turkey are all on that top 10 list. But also, Clyde, spiral ham, roast beef, and something called turducken. Are you familiar with Are you familiar with turducken?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it. I've heard of it, turducken. You know what we didn't see on the list, and I'm curious as to where it falls, is tofurkey. It
was dead last. I mean, it was like number 10 of the top 10 was tofurkey.
Uh-huh.
And for those who don't know about turducken, it is like chicken wrapped in a duck, wrapped in a turkey, something like that, turducken. Haven't tried that, too much meat, but tofurkey was on there. You know what else was right above tofurkey? Meatloaf. Have you ever had meatloaf for Thanksgiving?
The fruit cake of meat. Meatloaf. Can you imagine going over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house, and she rolls out a big, heaping, steaming meatloaf?
No.
We'd have kicked our Grandma out of the family. Grandma, you're done.
We would.
We love you, but you're
You're
done.
right.
Exactly.
You're done. That's right.
Well, and by the way, Mona, we've been talking to some folks about turkey, so there are a lot of things that we'll be sharing over the next several days in the run-up to Thanksgiving Day about turkey. We do want to stop and pause and say to those of you who play Monopoly, this is National Monopoly Day, so happy National Monopoly Day. You would think this is the #1 board game, and in some ways, on some lists it is. On other lists, it's number 3 behind, of all things, chess and Stratego. But anywho,
Wow.
Yeah, how about that? I'm a Southern boy. I thought it would have been checkers, because that was probably the most popular game we played. And in my house too, Mona, Scrabble was big. So what about you?
Yes. I love Scrabble. We played something called Trouble, a game called Trouble. I don't know if it's still around. And Hands Down. Do you remember I don't know. You might not. Maybe they didn't have Hands Down in the South, but they had Hands Down, where it was a really fun game, and Tip It, where a man was on the top of a stick.
Yeah, I remember that one. I remember that one.
Yeah.
We played a board game at our house with a certain child who is now 14 years old, Chutes and Ladders. And she was good when she was getting ladders, but when she got a chute, the game was over because she was done.
Well, you know what? Here's a new game or hobby for you. With so much like negative stuff going on in our lives right now, we want to highlight something positive, something that uses the power of yes. It's a comedy style called improv, and its goal is to help people of all backgrounds become their best selves through this art form, and it is a ball. And right now I want to welcome Colin Thornton, the creative director at Improv Cincinnati. Colin, thank you so. Hey, Colin, I know you were a cool cat, but really?
Yeah, sorry, Mona. My kids were playing with the Snapchat filters, and I don't know how to turn this off. It's ridiculous.
Well, I love it. You look good as a cat, Colin.
Oh,
All right.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, you know what? The pandemic can't stop comedy. Yes, comedy must go on. So tell me about how you're doing classes now during these difficult times.
Well, one thing that we've had to do is transition to online, and actually, this Snapchat filter is one of the ways that we've done that. We have a show called Snapprov where we use filters, and you can check that out on our YouTube channel. We also have shows on Sunday nights at 8. But as far as our classes go, we've had to meet outdoors, online. Now we're doing, since it's wintertime, some indoor classes at Liberty Exhibition Hall. It's a spacious theater where everyone's masked and distant. It's a lot of fun.
You know what? It sounds like fun, and I know from personal experience how much fun this can be. So talk about, I know what was difficult for me, but talk about what the most difficult part is for, about improv, that for people that may be just starting out.
Yeah, well, people take improv for a variety of reasons. Some of them just want to be performers and, they're the class clowns. But other people take improv because they want to have personal development, more confidence, more positivity, make some friends, have some fun. And for those people who are taking for personal development, it might take a little bit of a while to get used to performing in front of other people and, performing without a script. But we have a growth mindset at Improv Cincinnati where, if you fail, that if you have like a little bit of a challenge, you grow from it. And that's absolutely one of the things that you'll learn.
You know what? That is exactly what I learned. It was all about the yes and it was all about trying to being able to, and you wouldn't tell right now, but being able to speak on your feet, which was really good. And just like at the snap of a finger, you had to come up with some stuff to say. A lot of fun. Colin, where can people sign up and get more information?
Yeah, so improvcincinnati.com has all the information. We have some intro workshops coming up. It's 2 hours of fun. It makes a great date. You can bring a friend. It's all socially distant and masked. And then we have classes starting again in January. So it makes a great Christmas present. They say that the best presents are those that are experiences and not things. So, maybe this year say, hey, I want the experience of taking an improv comedy class because I am so done with 2020 and I want to get together with people for once.
And it is a great experience. Colin, thank you so much for talking to us on Cincy Lifestyle. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Mona. See you later.
All right, Clyde.
It's a staple dish at most Thanksgiving tables, the turkey. But how much do you actually know about how that bird was raised before it came to your table? Well, a local Ohio farm has been raising free-range, vegetable-fed turkeys for more than 100 years. And here to tell us more about that is Drew Bowman from Bowman Landes Turkeys. Drew, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Now, as I understand it, you're the third generation involved in this farm. So how did it get started in the first place, and what makes you different from the other farms?
Sure. So my grandfather started the farm along with Mr. Landis. So we have two families actively involved in the farm. Been raising turkeys free range since the beginning. So all of our turkeys have access to the fresh outdoors, sunshine, fresh air. They're raised with no antibiotics ever, and they're fed a vegetarian diet. We also offer non-GMO project verified turkeys. So all of those things that we do make us quite unique in the turkey industry.
So let's talk for a moment about how many turkeys you estimate you have available for the big day this year.
Mm-hmm. So we raise about 70,000 turkeys for the Thanksgiving and Christmas season. And we offer anything from fresh whole turkeys to bone-in breast to cooked products, ready-to-eat products such as whole smoked turkeys, oven roasted turkey breast as well, for the people who are a little leery of cooking the turkeys themselves.
That would be me. So tell me for a moment what it is, in your opinion, that people ought to be looking for when they're looking to find a good turkey.
Sure. So we think a good turkey starts with being raised in a great manner, being able to exercise. And in our case, turkeys are outside. They're able to exercise their wings, which helps create a tender, flavorful turkey. And then it also always comes down to the cook as well. You always got to prepare the turkey in a fine manner and don't overcook it.
Okay, see, I was hoping that last part wouldn't be quite so deeply involved, but okay, it's on the cook, right? If people want to pick up more information about your farm, or if they want to pick up one of your birds, how do they go about doing that?
Yes, so absolutely. So you can go to bowmanlandes.com and order a turkey directly from our website to pick up at our home farm here in New Carlisle. Or in the Cincinnati area, you can find our turkeys at your local Kroger or some of your local meat shops as well.
All right, that's great. Drew, thank you so much for talking to us, and happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Well, after the year we've had, the last thing we need is to be stressed out over shopping for the holidays. So that's why lifestyle expert Kia Malone is going to take us to a store offering safety, savings, and convenience this season.
This time of year is all about enjoying the time that you are spending with your family and not stressing out on trying to make everything just right. Giving the gift of sport is huge because that is the gift that keeps on giving well past the holidays. And I love that I can find all of those items at Dick's Sporting Goods. They are offering 10 days of Black Friday deals starting November 18th. Plus, there is 1 hour contactless curbside pickup. For more information on the deals that I mentioned, head over to dicks.com.
All right, coming up here on Cincy Lifestyle, it is time to get crafty. The woman behind the orange art box, she's going to show us how to make an easy fall craft that your kids are sure to love. Plus, we'll learn how you can get more of these ideas. And then we get out the power tools and kick up some sawdust. Join us as we learn how to make some easy DIY votive candle holders, a perfect project for this time of the year. All that and a whole lot more on the other side of the break. Welcome back. Keeping small kids entertained and learning, as you probably know, is no small feat while they're at home. But there is one woman who is helping them get off their devices. Boy, that's accomplishing something. And into the world of art without putting a drain on your wallet. And here now to tell us more is Jen McDonald. She's the founder of Orange Art Box. Jen, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Clyde. I'm so happy to be here. Let's get crafty and have some fun.
Let's absolutely do that. Can you tell us how you came up with this idea in the first place?
Sure, absolutely. Well, when I started Orange Art Box, I loved doing arts and crafts with my son and my nieces and nephews and kids. And I had all the supplies and the project ideas and would take them all out. But the more I started talking to parents and caregivers, they didn't know where to start. They didn't know what supplies to get, and they didn't know what to do with them. So I figured, what better than to put them all in a bright orange box and ship them to your door.
All right, so you're going to give us a little bit of an example of your crafts today. What are you making, and what materials do we need to make this?
Sure. Well, today we're actually making a craft with items you should already have in your house. So we're going to start with a paper lunch bag. So you're going to take your paper lunch bag, and I'll get started, and you just draw some lines down your lunch bag, and this is a really, really fun fall craft. And you're gonna start cutting your lunch bag into strips on the bottom where we just drew. Okay. So when you're done, it's gonna look like this. You're gonna open it up, and my guess is you have some cardboard laying around from some deliveries that may have ended up on your doorstep right now. So you're gonna draw some ovals on that and just start cutting them out. And then once you're finished with that, you're gonna have an oval shape that looks like this. You're gonna either take a glue stick, or if you don't have a glue stick, some white glue will work great too. Put it on the front of your cardboard and then on the back of your cardboard and stick it in your bag. And then you're gonna take it and you're gonna start twisting. Okay. So we're making the trunk of our tree right now.
Ah, now I see.
And then, right? And then we've got some branches here. So we're going to start twisting these branches. Take take 2 or 3 at a time and just start twisting. And I've got one half made here.
Okay.
So you can see I twisted some of these branches. So we're gonna start adding some leaves.
Okay.
So either grab some, oh yeah.
So let me dive in a second, because I have a question that I think a lot of folks want to hear from you about the importance of getting kids creative and getting them off the screens.
Right. Well, we know that school looks very, very different this year, and hands-on art looks very different. So creativity and hands-on art and getting away from the screen is so, so good for kids' development and their brains. So we know how important it is, and being at home more too. There's even more screen time than ever. So we always believed it's so important, but especially now.
Sure. Let me dive in right quick, because we're just about out of time. I see what you've got there. That looks pretty cool.
So we're gonna add some leaves with construction paper, and then when you're done, you've got a tree that looks like this. You're just gonna attach your leaves with some glue. And it's great for your Thanksgiving table or any of your fall decor.
Super. Right quick before we get away, how can people get more information?
Sure, orangeartbox.com. You can find our subscription options, gift options, and more ideas there.
All right, Jen, this has been great fun. Thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thanks, Clyde. I had a blast.
All right, Mona?
You know what? We could still use a little light in our lives. And that's why we bring back our favorite guy, John Denny from Woodcraft. I'm so glad that you're here.
Thank you, Mona.
Thank you so much. We love when you come.
Pleasure.
You always have nice DIY projects that we can do at home to enhance our home. All right, so what are we going to be doing today?
Some votive candles, some candle holders, basically. Go ahead.
These look wonderful. And I like that we have these little fake candles in here. All right, so how do we get started? What do we do?
Well, we're going to be working in a wood called bacote. It's from southern Mexico, Central America. Very, very hard wood. I'm going to have you drilling out for the candle cups to go into, or the cups to go into.
And this wood, I just want to mention, this wood is extremely heavy. It is very heavy wood.
It is. I actually, all these cuts and the relief cuts and so forth, I did on a table saw. I try to do everything where you don't have to have a shop full of tools.
Right.
I would like you to have a shop full of tools, but
I'm sure you would.
but and you can make the same project with just 2x pine material and use a hand saw. You don't have to have a big table saw for it.
Well, okay, so I'm going to get started on this.
Your favorite tool?
Thank you. Yes, my favorite tool.
We went ahead and pre-drill or pre-marked. There you go.
A little hole, okay. And I'm going to. And
You're doing wonderfully.
thank you. How far down do you drill?
We're going to go until the bottom of the bit is flush with the wood. So you're about halfway there.
Okay. Is that all?
You're doing great. We're closing in on the home stretch now.
And this will fit the smaller candles, right? The shorter bulbs.
That's good. There we go.
Oh,
go ahead
right. Okay, this is where I always have issues.
Yeah, you're doing fine.
All right, there we go.
Now I use this clamp here to hold our workpiece.
Okay.
You know, something this big, we can hold it,
Right.
but this, you don't want to try to hold it while you're drilling.
So this is a special tip. What is this called?
It's called a Forstner bit, so it drills a flat bottom hole.
So people can see. Okay, there we go.
And go ahead.
No, and then we use this, and so it's deep enough for one of these short ones, or you can put a tall one in as well, so you can use this for both. All right, so tell me what this is. And how long did this take to make?
This took about 45 minutes to make. Took overnight to put the finish on it and let it dry.
Okay.
It's a wine barrel stave.
Oh.
So it's a piece of white oak with just some spray finish on it. I went ahead and using that very same drill and bit, drilled out the cups for this and found some rather attractive, I think attractive anyway, hardware.
This is beautiful hardware.
That
Absolutely
Western
beautiful. I
pea.
love that. Yes. Okay. Well, we love it when you come. This is all ready for a candle. I'm excited. All right. Thanks, John.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
And a quick look outside. As you can see, nice day out there. Temperatures topping out in the low 60s this afternoon, but hold on to your wig. It's going to be windy. Gusts up to 35 miles an hour, Mona, so might want to avoid burning anything outside.
All right, good advice, Clyde. And that's Cincy Lifestyle for today, Thursday, November 19th. Remember, one more week till Thanksgiving, so get all that you have to get done. Today's a great day to do it. Make today a great day.